Master self is the illest. Master self is the illest. Self is the illest. Privatization, inflation, globalization, incarceration, gentrification, ethnic cleansing, global warming, historical misrepresentation of the original black nation, militarization, nuclear proliferation, fascism, sexism, racism, materialism, and ghetto barbarism. Who can visualize world peace before everybody on the planet deceased? Hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, mudslides. You feel the fear deep inside your navel. Ice caps melt, tsunamis and ocean water rise. The son of perdition is forced to remove his disguise. His truth is all lies. As the wounded beast blast through the thick plexiglass. I can save you! I have the cure! I can fix this! Master self is the illest. Master self is the illest.
But you gotta call back. The criminality, okay? I noticed that a lot of these rappers that are now, I know a brother had a book out. His name was Conscious Rasta, Feast of the Conscious Rasta. He put out a thing dealing with the whole criminality, and these guys, these rappers, and they're tied to the DAs, and they're tied to the criminal organization. A lot of drug groups got taken down by their so-called rap friends that were informants. All this getting a year in the day. You know, do you guys, does the family out there notice that that's a pattern, that these rappers get a year in a day? What's the science with that?
Yeah, well, again, that's a whole part of the program. And, you know, a lot of times when your man come home and you trying to look out for your man because you an established rapper now, you don't know your man turned informant when he was inside. So now, you know, you got the hip-hop police, and they got a big file out on all the artists that are being tailed all across the country because, you know what I'm saying, of what's been taking place. So all of these rappers are under surveillance.
Right.
You know what I mean? And most of them squeal on themselves anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because real gangsters move in silence, as KRS-One would say. You know what I mean? So by talking about what you did or what you're going to do becomes the very, you know, now, and with the advent of YouTube and these brothers and these street DVDs, with the towel over their face, like I don't know, that's John from down the block, and he got all his weapons. They're making the job for the police very simple now. They don't even have to have street teams the way they used to. They just buy the latest smack DVDs and find out what's going on. YouTube, everybody, YouTube, gangsters, and so forth and so on.
Right.
We have created an environment which we are snitching on ourselves, and amongst us we have those who are paid to inform. Informant has been around for a very long time, brothers and sisters. Don't think this is something new. And these brothers come a dime a dozen. They catch a brother, he's compromised, and they let him walk, like you said, with a year and a day, or he don't really get no time. And next thing you know, he's back up in your mix, and you want to know why you getting busted. You know what I mean? So all of this, the police need you.
Right.
You know what I mean? At every level of what their operation is based on someone on the inside giving the whereabouts of what we're doing and how we're moving. So the criminality aspect runs even deep because back in the day, rappers used to want to be like gangsters, but now gangsters want to be like rappers.
Dev, what's up? Peace.
Peace, God.
Yeah, Brother Dot was just building on something. What's up, man? What you got?
I got Professor Daddy O on the line.
Okay, Daddy O, peace.
Peace, what's up?
What's going on? We just building on hip-hop. The title is Hip-Hop, the New Counterintelligence Program. And I got my guest, Black Dot, and the family just building on this subject right here. You got something to add on to that, God?
You know who Professor Daddy O is, dog?
Explain
is this my man from? Is this the original Daddy O?
From Stetsasonic.
It's only one Daddy
O.
Oh, okay,
man. Baby.
There we go. Right. Everybody just get it. Don't get it twisted. It's only one Daddy O. That's Daddy O from Stetsasonic. So,
okay,
you know
just making sure. All right, we got the money.
If it's another one, let me know.
There you go. Daddy O, what's good, baby?
We'll send somebody out for him.
Daddy-O, you've been in the game for a long time. I remember as a shorty watching you, listening to seeing you, watching you on Ralph McDaniels, you know what I mean, Video Music Box, and you doing your thing, still talking all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? What you got to say about this whole hip-hop thing?
I think the short answer to your question is yes. Because I think that for a while, I mean, I actually was tuned in for a little while. I think for a while, you know, people have been monitored, and you know, when you begin to start, I mean, you got to remember, I started rapping in '79, so you know, like, you know, it's a total difference. I don't want to say total, but I mean, it's definitely a lot changed since '79, and when you enter, you know, big business into it, when you enter corporations into it, of course there's going to be some degree of monitoring there. And, you know, it's real interesting how we went from people like, say, Melly Mel and the first super rapping record that he put out with Enjoy Records, and let's just say a little further later on, Slick Rick with his first album, The Moment I Feared, where we went from a point of talking about avoiding prison to it being the new thing to do. And if, you know, I'm adding on to what you're saying, like, okay, if it really is the new thing to do, then why are you only getting a year and a day?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, so it seems a little more systematic and a little bit more planned. That it seems more scripted, if you can understand what I'm saying. Like whoever's getting locked up, it almost feels like it was scripted for them to be locked up for that amount of time and all of those particular things. Because Fro got like 8 years, first count.
First count,
right? Now, but he's not a popular rapper.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is a gun charge, never been arrested before. He was hustling before that, but he never got busted for it.
Meanwhile, you got a brother that's had priors, get caught with an arsenal full of guns, enough guns that he could take over a small town, and he gets a year for that.
And that's considered a terrorist act, Daddy-O. Nowadays, you caught with that much armor, that's a terrorist act. You're part of a terrorist group, basically.
Right.
And you get a year?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It feels very, I just feel like, I mean, when you say that, I mean, I never really heard it phrased like that as the new counterintelligence program, but I say the answer is, you know, yes. I mean, you know, we could build on why it's yes, but the answer is yes, because everything, I'm going to say everything, but at least 95, 96% of the arrests that you see related to hip-hop, or I'll say a little better, related to rappers, it all feels very scripted to me.